Zombie Nation.
Hail to the commanders! Hail victory!
Zombie Nation. Zombie.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Carolina Panthers. Starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this return will come to a quick end as he is bunted at the end of that one. Throwing right away is Daniels. Short throw caught by Pitts. Big strides, look at him go. Kyle Pitts. And he'll score. Touchdown, Commanders. Kyle Pitts, his sixth touchdown of the season. And the Commanders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. The kick is good, and the Commanders out to a 7-0 lead.
The score, Commanders 7, Panthers 0. Tyler Bass set to kick
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Take over first and 10. At their own 18-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Set, hut. Yellow, set.
Young. Quick throw there is incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
On the
Young's
double.
incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready. Ready.
He loves the football. It's loose. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there's no such thing as a safe run, right? And right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. You're going to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
Brings up second and
Quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Here we go. Huh.
Here's Daniels. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Commanders are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
That's good for a Washington.
Well, he does have one touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him first and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a second time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Nowhere to go. He lost the football. One of the linebackers has got it.
We'll give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Here we go.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues.
Set. Go.
Young now after the fumble recovery. Got an open man, it's Pickens. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
I tell you what, when you're down on the scoreboard, you've got to look to your stars, and that's what they do here to start the drive. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked his way a few more times in short order. That one, well designed, and it's a quick first down.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Come on, set. Red, 38. Ready.
And first down. This is 4-7. Down he goes, but he takes it out to the 40. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
Now that's how you start to get back into good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid him, picking up a first down.
Okay,
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
set, ready. Blue, 32. Set.
Again, they run. Again, it's 47. And missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4. The Panthers at 4-5, a game under 500. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape prepared for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard. And they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this one, they got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
You talk about this Washington defense. They were fantastic a week ago in the win over Houston.
They held them to just 7 points, and reviewing the game tape, I'm wondering how they got the 7. I actually wrote a note to myself. How did they even score? The way they were playing, absolutely dominating on their side of the ball.
Ready.
Now Young. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Here's the Panthers punter now. Jalen Lane deep for Washington. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go. We've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they're on a first or a second seed.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. 62 yards. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that made the score 14-0.
Commanders 14. Panthers nothing. Tyler Bass set to kick
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Young is set to throw. He hits him in stride. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Here we go. 10 blacks.
Young now. Here's one deep for Pickens. And this was going to sail out of the ball, but it's incomplete. George Pickens, the intended target, but it'll be second down. You talk about this Washington defense. This unit, very tough to throw against. Currently second best in the NFL.
This is such a good unit of cutting passes downfield. I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, so they can generate some run after the catch.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there. 69 yards. And the Panthers have got it back to within a score. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make our score 14-7.
Commanders 14, Panthers 7. Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. And this ball will come out to the 35. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what
there he goes left side. Touchdown, Washington. Kyle Pitts. His second touchdown of the game, #7 on the year. And the Commanders go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 21-7.
Panthers 21, Panthers 7. Tyler Bass set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up first and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Red 38. Ready.
Young working out of the gun. Looking left side, he's got him in. That's done. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
It's a gain.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's second down.
Drake, you got to chill. I be on my little mouse drill. All that rap to pay your bills. Yeah, I'm on some rappers pay my bills. All up on TV, I thought it made me richer. Wasn't paying me enough, I needed something quicker. So now I'm all in Nico basement, working on the phones. Either that or try to
Ready. 10 cycle. Here we go. 52 seconds.
Young quickly to the flat. A gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield strike.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
3rd down and 1.
Ready, ready. 60 red. 6 punt.
They'll try and get it with this in. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
On the ready.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Ready,
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and then they try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Let's go. Get up. Ready.
To the air goes Daniels. And it's going to be caught by Pitts. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Now Daniels. And he's got his man in stride complete. And he's got this down to the 35. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ready.
To throw is Daniels. They'll try to set up the screen, and it's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That one unable to develop, never got going. The loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Here we go. Here we go. Bronco 80.
Throwing now is Daniels. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They've had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for him because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there. They're using a lot out of the backfield. He had 9 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 3.
Set, punt. Punt.
looks like yes, the Commanders have it. Second time in this first half now, Charles, that he's coughed up. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Hut, hut.
Third down. Here's Thurston. Well, hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on second and third.
Ready, play.
No move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and
Ready.
1.
Ready.
Young to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
Blaster, 6. Here we go. Here we go. Hut.
Young off the play fake. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
And he calls for himself. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
22 needle. Here we go. Set. Blue. Check. 50. Ready.
Up the gut for a sack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Come on. Set. 10 black. Set.
Now Young. They'll set up the screen for Falsell. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep. 1st and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find the ball.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Jalen Coker, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers are back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown. It's running around 14.
Panthers 14.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
Bronco! 60 Bison, 79 Broncos!
They'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here comes third and the length of the football. Daniels looking to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
That's a surprise in the face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill. You can, and at least run practice each week before a game. A minute left, enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Red 38.
Looking to throw, Young. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 6 DBs on the field for Washington on 3rd down.
Here we go. Here we go. Yellow. Set.
To throw, Young. Able to find the open man. That's complete. He's going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Panthers
17.
first down.
Now a draw play for Sam. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Taken down.
He's going to change it
Gain
up.
of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and now fall incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have now allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Set. Hunt. Steal. 52 blue. Ready.
Young to throw it. And he's got it. Got his man in the airway. Complete. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. As it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
That's complete. That's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 39-yard line.
Now here's Young. Now he's going to step up and run. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And it is caught. And he's going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
Here we go. Ready.
Again, it's Young.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Tyler Bass set to kick off.
The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
On the return. The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the fourth quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Really hard about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
He's got this to Pickens. And he'll take it down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard
Go now.
line.
Yellow, Lonnie, black, blue, check. Smith, red. Hut.
Again, this is for Sam. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up.
1-yard gain.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Set, ready. 60 red. 60 blaster. 6. Hut, hut.
Young. All the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Now he'll tuck this and run. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Here's Lane. Dances by him. Pretty good pump there, but also a nice return at 12 yards. And it will be Washington football now with a first and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case, not only want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about saying defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. Well, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. And they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms. But I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover or takeaway, a key sack on third down, something else so the guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
35-yard line.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he will lose yards back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
It's a gain of a yard.
That's defense. You're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's third down.
Ready.
Here's Daniels. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, first and 10.
At their own 28-yard line.
On the
This
set.
Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And our game's had a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
60 red. Claws red. Ready?
Out of the pistol, force out. And this rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again.
Taken down right now.
Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse,
Here we go.
and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Young. And he hits him in stride. And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Blue 32.
It's Young off play action. And they get to it after a gain of 6 to the 46.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing
Hut.
route.
Hut. Hut.
Now Young. And he will find his man outside. And we're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 43.
43-yard
A little
line.
football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
This one is stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
97.
Brings up second and 2 at the 35-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and a couple.
Ready. 52 blue.
is Young. He finds his man, complete. It's down. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
On the play.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. A looming decision to make on the conversion. Down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and go. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter.
Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
So this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Washington will take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Okay, ready?
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. They'll get out of the scramble. It's second down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest game we've seen on a scramble, but still, some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Now Daniel's going to keep it. And this turns into a nice game with a slide at the end. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
From here on, any score could be the one he won, and he is certainly aware of that. Look at the way he locked in on that marker and made a mad scramble to get to it for the first down.
Six the Eagles. Six.
On the first down, they'll go to the ground to take him. And he is going to be stopped clear behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
It's not easy playing the corner, is it? A lot of times you got to defend against the pass, but sometimes you have to play against the run. How about the job he did there, crashing inside to make that tackle for a loss?
Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 36.
A tie game in the fourth quarter. You and I both know in the NFL, that's where you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Ready, ready.
So from Panther territory now, it's first and 10 at the 36. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
First down, Washington.
Here we go. Here we go.
Off the play fake, Daniels. Crossing route and complete. He's got Pitts. Another nice gain, 14 yards that time, and another first down. I'll tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw moved it all.
Yeah, a lot of people call it gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Ready up.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on first and goal.
Hawk 70. Hawk.
Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got it again. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. But right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
Come on.
One of the tight ends comes in
19
motion.
Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay.
Well, just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
On the jump.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. Third and goal.
Ready.
To the air goes Daniels. Setting up the screen here to Edwards. They showed off a nice juke of the defender, but the next wave there to bring him down. 3 yards all they can muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Bit of a pressure spot here for Tyler Bass.
The kick by Bass is good. And they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter.
So he waited on his sideline for his first chance in the ballgame, and it didn't come until the fourth quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ballgame. And he's going to get this one across the 3-yard line. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's first and 10.
At the 32-yard line.
Shotgun handoff now for Sam. And he'll work this one out to about the 48. Here comes second down at 5.
A gain of 5 brings up second
Young
down.
is set to throw. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. That's Kalijah Cansey in to get him down.
Brings up third down.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. A big play looming on third down.
Set. Yellow, 43. Ready?
Throwing, Young. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
Well, when this drive began, the offense only needed a field goal, but the defense ramped up the pressure, and after back-to-back sacks, they're feeling confident they might keep them off the board.
Here's the Panthers punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a first and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
At the 44-yard line.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up second and 7.
Reload. Cowboy 80.
He's going to get it again.
Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds. And then the last sentence, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. And at that point, maybe close to let this slip away.
Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds back near their own 20.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. This is 1st and 10.
Blaster, set, ready. 50, green, ready.
Now Young. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
His throw is going to be incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. First things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Here's Young.
And he's not in stride, complete.
And he's going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Young to throw.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
52, blue. Shot, 17. Hut.
Young.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Young's got a pretty little jump there on a nice game.
A big play here. 3rd and 2.
Young to throw.
Working the middle of the field. He's got it complete. This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here 1st down. Come up now on 2nd down.
Red. Set. 40, ready.
Young. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And a penalty flag comes in as that one lines up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
Now 1st and goal.
Ready. Hut.
Now Young. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
On is Fitzgerald now for the PAT.
And it will appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory.
Makes the score Panthers 28, Commanders 22.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as they get this out to the 29.
At their own 29-yard
set. Red. Gravity Lions. Ready.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for Carolina, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Washington, it's just their second loss so far to go along with their 7 wins. And they'll be on the road next week as they travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.